Today we're building a micro automation, one that most people could use, and we're gonna do this using what I call the client-ready framework. It's the way that I structure every automation so it doesn't just look cool, it's something that real people could use to solve real problems. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Dan. I've spent 10 years as a developer and now I quit everything so I can focus fully on AI automation. So if you want to save time or make money with AI, then stick around. Okay, so the automation we're building is really simple. Every morning it looks at your emails from the previous day, it summarizes each one, it pulls the actual tasks hidden inside the emails, it gives each one an urgency label, it creates clean tasks in Notion, and finally it sends you a morning digest with what it did. Alright, before we start the actual build, let's define what we need so the automation is actually client ready. First, we'll create the client avatar. Someone who works in a corporation, receiving, 20 emails a day. Updates from managers, requests from teammates, client threads, follow-ups, reminders, all mixed together. Now, the second step is to define the problem that they have. Their inbox is messy, so they waste a lot of time opening emails, rereading threads, just trying to remember what needs to be done. Nothing is organized, nothing is prioritized, and there's no clean list to start the day. Okay, now that we know who we are helping and what problem we are solving, let's actually build this in n8n. Now click the link in the description below and head to n8n and create an account if you don't already have one. You'll get a 15-day trial. I'm just gonna sign in. The sign up process is really fast and easy. Then it will create a cloud instance for you. Then go ahead and press on create workflow. Let's start by giving it a name. I'm gonna name mine Gmail Notion integration. Okay, we said that this automation will run every morning, so let's go on ahead and add a trigger, search for schedule, set it to run every day at 6 AM, at 8 so it doesn't wake me up. And this is pretty much it. You can press on execute step. Then we need to get the messages for the previous day, so we must add a Gmail node. So select Gmail, get many messages. Now, you need to configure your credentials for Gmail. Let me show you how it's done. So just go on ahead and press on create new credential, select Auth2 and press on sign in with Google. It will ask you for your Gmail account, then go ahead and sign in, give it access, press on continue, connection successful, great. Close this window and then we'll need to add some filters. So go on ahead and press on add filter, received after, so it must be received after the start of day yesterday. So we're gonna open ChatGPT to help us write this code. Give me the received after and before filters. They must be yesterday's start of day and yesterday's end of day. So we didn't have to give it much context because it has the screen right here. So use these as expressions. So let's go on ahead and click on expressions, copy the code for received after. Then go on ahead and add another filter, received before. Then click on expression, copy it and paste it, remove the space. Now, in order for us to test this, we actually need some emails and we want the automation to be client ready. So let's compose some emails like we were working. Okay, so I'm building this automation that takes my inbox from the previous day and creates actionable tasks for me to do. The person we're building this for is someone working at a corporation, receiving updates from managers, requests from teammates, client threads, follow-ups and reminders. I need you to send me 10 emails in these categories to send myself so I can test it in a real environment, giving the subject and the body for each email. Okay, great. Now I'm just gonna copy each one and send it to myself. I'm gonna fast forward this. Okay, so I've sent myself all these emails. Now let's try and test it. It's not gonna work right now because we selected the previous day and I just sent myself these emails. So we are gonna go ahead and change the dates right here. Change the expressions for received after and received before to be now -2 hours and now. Great, I'm just gonna copy it. Be careful to remove the new lines or it won't work. Then press on execute step and it worked. Great. So right here I have 13 items. The 10 I sent and I think 3 of them are real. Now we can proceed. So the Gmail node returned 13 items. We're gonna need an aggregate node so we can merge them together. We're gonna select right here all item data into a single list and just press on execute step. And as you can see, we got from 13 items to 1 item. We can close this ChatGPT window right here so it doesn't take too much space. and we're gonna add an openAI node. Messaging model. In order to be able to use an openAI account, you'll have to configure an API key. So head to platform.openai.com, log in with your ChatGPT account or sign up if you don't have one. Then press right here on settings. Now go on ahead to billing and add to your credit balance. The minimum is $5, but it should be more than enough for this tutorial. Then head to API keys, press on create new secret key, give it a name. Then you'll have to select a project. OpenAI will configure one by default. It's gonna be called default project if you haven't renamed it. And press on create secret key. Copy it, don't share this with anybody. Anyone that has this key has access to your OpenAI account. So I'm just gonna delete it because I have another one. Now we can head back to our automation. Now click on create new credential here and paste your API key. That's all you need, and press on save. Then we have to select a model. I'm going for GPT 5.1 because it's the latest one and it's good. Then we're gonna tell it in the user prompt, here are the emails from yesterday as a JSON. Then we can just drag and drop data right here. Okay, and you'll see that it doesn't look too good, so we have to parse it to a string, so it's gonna be JSON.stringify. Okay, now it looks good. And we have to add another message, this time system. This one is gonna be a bit more complex. You are an assistant that extracts actionable tasks from emails and outputs only a clean JSON object. Then we give it a JSON structure. So we're gonna have the title, the source, the type, the description, the priority and the deadline, and the summary that we'll send in the last step. We give it some rules like only output JSON, if an email contains no task then ignore it, and stuff like that. Completely ignore promotional marketing, newsletter or informational emails. These must not become tasks, these are just annoying. Only extract tasks from emails that require an action from the user. Pay, reply, submit, info, download, confirm. We gave it some examples. Again, we're pretty much done with this one. Let's test it. Great, we can press on schema right here so we can see it as JSON. It's not a JSON, we forgot to do something important. Okay, seems like n8n removed the option to return the output as a JSON directly. I wonder why they did that. So we're gonna have to replace this node with an AI agent node. Then we're gonna define the prompt below. We're just gonna copy them from the message and model node. So just copy the prompt and paste it. Then we'll give the instructions here in the user message. We don't have to add a system one. So just go on ahead and copy those also. Paste them. Then check this box right here, requires specific output format. Copy only the JSON inside. Great, then press on the plus button right here to add an output parser. Structured output parser, then paste it. Great. Now we're gonna have to add a chat model. So go on ahead and press on plus right here, search for OpenAI, then use the same account, then select 5.1 as the model here. And I think this is pretty much it. Let's delete the message model node and give this one a go. Great, now it's definitely structured as a JSON. It has some extra wrappers. We can get rid of those, but it doesn't really matter for now. Okay, now we need a split out node. For each task that the AI agent created, we need to call Notion and create a page. So let's go ahead and click on split out. We're gonna drop the array right here, tasks, and press on execute step. Great, we have 10 items identical to the number of emails I've sent earlier. Then we need Notion, so search for Notion, create a database page. Now we need to configure our Notion account and actually create a database. So head to notion.so, then create an account if you don't already have one. It's completely free. Then on the private section, you'll need to create a page. I've named mine n8n integration. Only for this page, I'll give access to n8n inside my Notion. Now let me show you how to get the API key. So head to notion.so/my-integrations, press on new integration, give it a name. I'm gonna name my test. Associate a workspace. It will be your default Notion. Type should be internal. Press on save. Now press on configure integration settings. Head to access. Press on edit right here. Search for the page you just created. Mine is called n8n integration. then press on save, and you should see it right here. Go to configuration, press on show right here, copy the secret, then go back to n8n, press on create new credential and paste the secret you just copied. Then click on save. Now head back to Notion, not to your integrations but to your actual Notion. Click on this plus button right here on the same line as the page that you just created. Let's give it a name. I'm gonna name it the same as my workflow, so I'm just gonna copy this here and paste it inside my Notion. Then select database, then go on ahead and search for tasks tracker. We're gonna select the fields we need. We're gonna have some default ones like task name, status, assignee, due date, priority, task type, description, and effort level. Okay, so let's go on ahead and press on continue. This will create multiple views for those tasks, so let's keep them as they are. Now we got some test ones, but now we need to configure some more, because right here in our AI agent node we gave it some options. For example, for type it can only have these types right here, so we'll need to create them in Notion also. Let me just paste them here so I can see them while I'm editing. So for task type right here, we can delete the ones that were created by default, then add a request, payment, document. I don't know, play with those, it doesn't have to be the same ones. Great, now we have all the options available. Then we're gonna go back to n8n and see that priority also has 3 levels, high, medium and low. So I'm just gonna go on ahead and copy those also, so I have them in my face while I edit them. So right here it's the same ones as those, but I'm just gonna edit them because they have an uppercase and mine don't, and they might not work. Now head to your Notion node, and now we need to select a database. Remember, we named ours Gmail Notion integration, but the title got changed when I selected the task tracker. So I'm just gonna paste it again and save it. Great, I can delete everything that I have here. Head back to n8n, search for Gmail Notion integration. Great. We're gonna have to give it a title, so because we refresh this we don't have the history, so let's just go on ahead and press on execute node right there, so it will run the previous steps. And then we'll have to give it a title. We already have it from the split out node, and we're gonna have to start adding the properties. Let's add description as the first one and drag and drop the description. Then we'll add another one, priority, drag and drop the priority, then task type, drag and drop the type. Let's also add a status and select not started. And I think this is pretty much all we need. Let's drag and drop the source also in the title and put a minus between them. And we can go on ahead and press on execute step. Okay, node executed successfully, so let's go back to Notion. And we can see that it added all the tasks here. It's a lot of them because we had 10 emails. Most of them are requests. If we had invoices and stuff like that, it would have changed. Now let's check the titles. Leadership via manager, review Q4 metrics, colleague notification service, review notification service, refactor pull request. Great. Laura, send updated phase 2 timeline and confirm deliverables. These sound great. We have the status, we can take them in progress or mark them as done. If we collaborate with someone, we also have this assignee column right here. And then a due date, we can use n8n to also calculate this, a priority and a task type. See? Okay, now we have to send a summary. So go back to n8n, save the workflow again. Now we need to send one single summary, so we don't want it to run 10 times for each item right here. So add an aggregate node, all item data into a single list, execute step. Then we need to add a Gmail node, send the message. We're gonna be using the same account. 2, we're gonna put our email address right here. Then the subject should be daily summary. Email type, let's just put text. And then we're gonna drag and drop the summary that the AI agent created. So head to the AI agent node, collapse these tasks right here, and you should be able to see the summary. Great, and we can just press on execute step. And it says that the node executed successfully, so head to your email, daily summary, extract the tasks that require them to act, including verifying a deployment, submitting a timesheet. Okay, these are a bit too basic. So let's head back to the AI agent node, and wherever we told it to create the summary, let's tell it to create a detailed explanation of the tasks that were extracted. Now we can just go on ahead and save the workflow. Then we can go to our Notion, delete all the tasks that it created, head back to n8n and press on execute workflow. Now the workflow should run fully without us having to do anything. Great, it's executed successfully. We can head back to Notion. We have the tasks created all over again. Then if we head to our Gmail, we'll see that we received a new one. Let's refresh. It's a bit more detailed. Now, if you remember correctly, we had to modify the filters that we sent to the get many messages node. We modified them to be able to test. Now we have to put it back. So for received after, we have to add the start of yesterday. So let's just go on ahead and put days here. 1. Then we're gonna have to start off, sorry. And we're gonna have to put day right here. Then let's just go on ahead and copy it and paste it to receive before, and instead of start off, just put end off. Great, now we can save it and test that it returns different items. Okay, 6 items. I had less emails yesterday, and this is pretty much it. I saved the workflow. You can set it at active, something that we've built in a couple of minutes. That's so simple to do and to build, is really valuable for people. So it saves hours every day and it helps you not forgetting. With this micro automation, every single morning you'll get your to-dos in check. Okay, before we wrap up, here's the most important part. This tiny automation isn't the goal, it's the starting point. It's the moment your brain switches from reacting to chaos to designing systems. So if you want to keep the momentum alive and build a second automation that actually talks to people through real apps, then check out this AI Instagram workflow that I did. It's a different use case but the same skill set. Turn a messy process into a clean automated system. You can jump into it right here.